Oh yeah, and quality's worse here. Let's try like this one. It definitely picks up a lot more stuff. Did I really turn up the gain that much? Not really. I'll try like this ambience. Skyrim? Mass Effect, let's squad scheme. It's probably fine. Can't really hear it with these headphones. Yeah. Why am I even streaming? It's just a habit at this point. It's just my habit. No glow enough from this angle. Maybe from certain angles. That's okay. I think it's looking good. Let's see what I'm doing. Horse. Elephant. Adding name labels to targeting. I don't know why. I guess I'll move that. I'll put it like somewhere here. I'll put it here. It's my Mars frigate. That's what I'm gonna do right now, which is gonna be not simple. It needs a special weapon. Yeah. New inherited scene from spaceship. This is gonna be called Mars Exile Frigate. I need to start naming them after their factions anyway. Okay. Do that. Should have put a 1 at the end there. Oh well. Kind of quiet to me, I don't know why. Oh, I know why. Or do I? Copy. Paste. That reminds me, actually, I need to finish the laser Corvette because it has an animation and stuff, doesn't it? Right. Right. Make sure it's unique. Display scale 0.2, 0.5. And then I was actually thinking of doing this. Nice. And then color curves, alpha curve, min value, that's 1. Yeah, maybe. Although, yeah. It should be there. And I guess low was 1. Okay, yeah, hang on. Yeah. You should be like here. that'll be fun. And then I have to record these positions, so to the metadata. So this is high position, needs to be, and that's practically 0 there, isn't it? Yeah. 1 1, yeah, okay. And then with the low position, oops. Need to move these guys like here, like here, and then move the scale. Zero 0.2. Yeah, 0.2. But position 1. It's about right. It would probably be about right. And then I already got it at 1. Yes, maybe it's fine. Alright, so that's that done. Now we can go back to the frigate. Think about this one though. Think about moving this back. Just more line. Sure, maybe it goes here. Yeah. Maybe it does go there. Yeah, it goes there. Sure, it goes there. Okay. Let's go back here. I'm going to surface geometry override. Sorry. Experimental. This guy. That's that color. I'm gonna have to create a greater. Oh, thank you, Bimlab. Thank you. Hello, mate. Hope pizza night is going well. You're probably working on it off stream, like you say. It's definitely easier to get into that flow state. Off stream. What was I doing? Yeah, for sure. It's nice to share the things you did. It's nice to, it's a good feeling to be like, look at all this work I did. Hogarth. Oh, thank you. That's very kind. And they're very low poly, these ships, and there's no textures and things like that. So, but yeah, they come out okay, despite that. Here's the big frigate I worked on yesterday. Now it will fire its giant laser beam now. Alright. But now I've got to do this Mars frigate. It's the aesthetic, yeah, thank you. Kind of low poly. I might even, you know that planet, right? I might even like get rid of the texture from this planet so that we're embracing the low poly. I might even do that. Because I don't know, just it will give it a bit better of a feel, I think. Yeah. Now it's got this glow around it now, which I don't know if I like, but I always do that and it shocks me. If you press Control D, no, is it Control Shift D? Something. Oh, it's Meta. Meta D. That happens to me all the time. I'm like, what's happened? Is everything okay? No, you just pressed Windows D. Okay. This is the thing about YouTube, is I can spy on you. You've been playing Minecraft. Oh, look at this. I like these veins on the I like these veins on the rock. There you go. BimLab would like this stream. I don't really watch Minecraft videos. You know what's interesting? Oh no, is that because you had a potion? But the FOV on this video, is that because you drank a potion that the FOV went like that? Oh, you built the floating island, really? Yeah. Because I was messing with that in my game, actually. Looking at FOV, and actually you want the FOV to be low, because otherwise it does a weird bending, like a lens bend. FOV is higher because a beacon is giving speed effects. Oh, some sort of special ability. Okay. So let's think, what was I doing? I was gonna make another projectile here. Tachyon projectile. I'm gonna duplicate this projectile right here. Did I make a decision on what sort of weapons they use? It's pulse. So it should be greater pulse projectile number 1. Pulse. And greater pulse projectile, and then make unique. I need to go pulse projectile. We're looking for a yellow. Actually, there's no reason why I couldn't use quick load pulse this guy. Done. I'm debating using a capsule for this instead. Just have a look what it looks like. Oh, you would have to rotate it, and that's a problem. Pretty sure that's a problem. But because this is its parent. That's why I'm not using capsules. Oh, Monster, hello. Oh. I just wanted to say, well, I tried watching your stream yesterday, but it was in sub-only mode. You're probably gone now. But thank you. Maria Swordfane doesn't have any videos, unfortunately. YouTube wrote chat. I can see your chat. I am on Twitch though. It's the same name. Alright, let's go back. Let's just do the cube. And that's my mistake. I feel like I should have had a node 2D, and then it would take some effort though. I could also make a model, okay, real quick. Something super low poly. Because the box doesn't look great when they fire the. Doesn't look great. All right. So this guy's going to be firing that. I go to my enemy laser frigate. I'm just going to grab all of these, copy, paste here. It's not going to be firing any lasers, so I'm going to have to think about that. How is that going to work? I would still like to use these special weapon scripts, which sort of work independently to any sort of fire system or fire control system. I like that idea. I think I like that idea. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I like that idea. I do like that idea. But yeah, you'd get rid of the mesh and the shape cast and the particles for sure. I'll work it out. Are you like needing these things? You're needing special weapon. Are you needing the shape cast? Yes. So that should probably become an export. Right. That becomes becomes an export. This becomes an export, so that you don't necessarily need them. But that does mean that I have to go back to the laser free, assign these things. Shapecast, laser mesh, audio stream player. Shapecast, laser mesh, audio stream player. We've got a hit effect as well. See, all of this is a bit. It's a lovely ship. Oh, thank you. Everyone's praising my ships today. It's very kind. Oh, thank you, Hogarth. Yeah. Well, I'll see you later, mate. Are you a game dev, Maria? And are you working on any games or anything like that? So let's place the turrets and things. Trying to be. I make models and wanting to put my game idea in Godot. Oh, really? What sort of game idea do you have? Are you using Blender? I could be doing this a lot better, I think. I could be using numbers to make them perfect, right? Because the X's and the Y's should match and revert and things. But yeah, maybe I'll put a turret below as well. Some turrets below. Survivors. I mean, like Vampire Survivors, or like survival, like you know, you collect resources and you build a base for survival. All right. And then let's do engine effects. So it's got 4 engines. We're going to want to add in 4 different engines. Projects. What am I doing? My mind just went blank there. Blue ring engine effect. Here we go. And I think I literally just scale this up and call it a day. Right. Scale this up and call it a day. It's a little bit distracting to have these rings. Turn those off. Alright, let's put her in the game and see if it all looks okay. Played in Godot a few times, survival. Escape an area, then survive in the wild. Oh really? Like Fallout or something. Area, like a disaster report type game. Disaster report. Is that a game? I need both hard surface modeling help and Godot help. I'm enjoying your stream. I'll show you my Blender, I suppose. So the way I make it's on Epic. I see. The way I make ships, super simple. It didn't have a mirror modifier, but you see it's all super low poly. Yeah, okay. It's mirror modified, obviously. And then I just sort of work through it, I guess. And then they're all vertex painted, so this isn't a texture. Use vertex painting to get the clean lines. So you can see, you know, you click there, it will smoothly click. Because if you try to do that with a texture, if you're trying to do smooth lines with like a texture, you get these, you have to go very, very, very high. Well, there's a few techniques that people use actually, where they use UV techniques to get a straight line, but it's actually really awkward a lot of the times. So either you go super high resolution to get those straight lines, or we use that UV technique where you know, you would put a color in between the edges of the UV so that it looks correct, sort of thing. Which is very tedious compared to doing the vertex colors. So that's what I'm doing. And also it saves a lot of I think Blender just crashed. No, it didn't. Okay. Anyway. But of course, if you want to do textures, like this is only my technique for my particular game. It's not going to look good for every game, right? But I do like the idea of having a game without textures because of how performant it would be, you know? Never tried vertex painting for cleaner lines. That seems much easier. You can also use it for shading. Like if you have a texture, but you want a particular part of it to be really dark, you can vertex paint on top of the shade, which is cool. Beveling the edges. The beveling edges left me with double vertex. I'm not sure what you mean, a double vertex. I mean vertexes are too close to each other. Anyway, I was going to add a Mars missile frigate here, and I was going to compare the sizes real quick, and we can see that my Mars frigate is way too small. They should be similar sizes, so I need to go to my Mars frigate. I need to also get rid of some of these things. Keep that one up. Okay. So put the scale on like 3. See what that looks like. I think that scale looks a lot better, but I kind of imagine it being even bigger than that. So I'm going to go up to scale 4. Let's have a look at that in game. Oh, multi-bit, hello mate. Now we're going to get these. I'm going to have a type. I'm going to have an enum. Special weapon type, and then we're gonna have a laser, and then we're gonna have missiles, and then we're gonna have if laser. We're gonna have export, variable, special weapon type. Special weapon type equals special weapon. This is why I don't like enums. Am I petty? I don't like having to type all that out. Hello Multibit, hello mate. I wonder how your game's going and things. I was making my 500 vertices into 100 plus. I suppose doubling your I see what you're saying now. You're doubling your vertices, yeah, by adding a bevel. I suppose you got to pick and choose where to put the bevels. Special weapon type equals. There might even be a match going on. Why not? Special weapon type. Special type. Lasers. Special weapon type. Missile. Sounds good. That's. And then there's going to be all sorts of like. Yes. match. I mean, this is kind of... I should be inheriting at this point, maybe. I feel like I should be inheriting. This doesn't feel good, right? Just... I just want to let you know that this doesn't feel good, right? So don't judge me too much for this. Gonna find missile. Oh, missiles. Okay. That's fine. Oh. Actually, I think that was at the top. This was at the top there of the thing. Okay. I won't lie, Enum's can be annoying the way Godot does it. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Moibit. I like your spicy ambient music. If you wanna... Oh, I can't drop... You can't link anything in YouTube, unfortunately. But if you do want to show anything you're working on, Maria. And let me see. Sometimes I open Discord and look at Discord. All right. Now, what was I doing? Oh, I was going to just look at it in the game, right? Cannot hide on null value. Oh, I see. That makes sense. I admit my faults. That does make a lot of sense. Oh, I have 2 enums? Oh no. I have an enum there and an enum there. Mistake. Ah, wrong scene. What are we talking about now? I don't know if I should be trying to make this work. Get meta on null value. Particle. Who's complaining right now? You're complaining. Interesting, interesting. Why are you complaining? I see. Okay. Yes. Good, fine. Go again, go again. Oh, what a mess. I think I'm gonna have to rewrite this whole code. Right. I think I should rewrite it. I'm gonna rewrite it later. Okay, I'm gonna rewrite it later. Am I gonna rewrite it later? I don't know. I really don't feel like rewriting it. You know? Okay. Fuck, I've got to rewrite all of it. Okay. Okay, calm down. Just rewrite it. Just do it properly. Okay, let's just do it properly. Okay. Okay. I'm doing it properly. So, what's going on now? I'm trying to like hack in and add functionality to something, and instead of doing it properly. So let's just do it properly. That's what's going on right now, Maria. So I have this special weapon mount, and this is sort of used to use a special weapon that doesn't follow the normal rules. Doesn't follow the normal rules that I've sort of given myself. So, so how would I actually organize this if I was actually doing it properly? So we have a special weapon and we have a special weapon mount. Let's decide, why do I need... that scene. Oh, thank you. You're very kind, Maria. Why do I need a special weapon and a special weapon mount? Right, firstly, let's talk about that. Because I feel like you don't need them. You don't need to separate them. I kind of get it. I actually kind of get it. Why would you want to do that? It's just this bit that has to change right here. Yeah, so and then you would pass through some targets here. So do that. And then you'd put in your targets here. And then yeah, if let's rename this to make it targets valid. And then let's do special type match special type. Oh, and I'm not putting the enum. I want to put the enum here. Enum special weapon types. Laser missile. Special laser. Special type, special weapon types, laser. Special weapon types, missile. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. Yeah, and that's how that would work. I'm annoyed that this would have to happen at this moment. I don't think this should happen here. Why am I awaiting that? Oh. These can stay here. This is fine. And this is fine. Okay. So max distance. Is that even being respected in any way? Angle to target. Is that being respected in any way? Active refire rate. Okay, so and then we go to the special weapon. And I think we just do if laser mesh hide. Yeah. Lurking and working. I wonder when you... Sorry, I shouldn't speak to you now. See you later, mate. So if I go to special weapon mount, oh, this is so messy. Again, like a billion match statements, right? I'm not happy with a billion match statements. Right? Also, there's a setter here. I don't know if there's a setter to think about. Distance to hit. What does that mean? Because I don't know. This isn't. I feel bad for keep on doing match statements like this. Stephanie survives. Hello. You're either Maria or Stephanie. Excellent. There is a lot less lag on Twitch, so thanks for the follow as well. Appreciate that. Maria, Stephanie. You like me? I have three first names. I'm Richard Julian Lewis Jones. Stephanie Maria. Yeah, you like me? Double-barreled first names and things. I think this is fine. Laser mesh visible equals firing. Remove that. Yeah, me too. Right. So now things should make sense, I think. And make you a missile. We just we wouldn't even have this either. Let's see if it launches now. AAB is missing. That's fine. That's something I can deal with. Let's add a box collider. And I guess I'm gonna do what I do every single time and actually add like 2 colliders or something. There is a prism shape. Oh, there isn't a prism shape. Never mind. Making your own convex. I mean, there's also doing this. Create collision shape. Sibling. Single convex. I mean, this would be nice. It would be nice if I could do that. Copy. Paste. That would be the best solution. It's just so many points, isn't it? It's so complicated compared to... Oh, and it needs to be scaled up. Rotated. Oh, weird. It needs a bunch of stuff doing to it. Okay. Hopefully that's fine. Yeah, Twitch is better for... Oh, let's put the music up. I don't know if you like Mass Effect. All right. Whether this actually works, so let's have a look. What is that? What I need? What are we talking about? What's the problem? You want special type. Special type is what we want. Try again. Special with the types. I wish it would pass that error in the editor. That would make me happier. It would also be cool. Imagine if Godot compiled its code. I wonder if it does eventually. Okay, so it doesn't actually look bad. Where was the engines? Oh, so it needs a bunch of mass. It needs like 30k mass. What do I do now? Let's just get it to like function. Let's get the weapon mount to let's get it to actually like start doing stuff. So if I go to data equipment, the first thing I want to do is create a gun called the Greater Pulse Gun 1. Pulse 1. I want to give it a projectile. Weapon type is pulse. That's all fine. I'm just going to give it a UID. UID, there we go. Then we can go to data ship. And I'm going to copy the Pluto Karen. Stick it here. Mars. Excel. CO1. Bam. Bam. Greater. Oh, it's actually got 8 turret mounts. Greater Pulse Gun 1. There we go. And then I'm going to come up here to sorry, Mars Excel CO1 missile frigate Excelsior ship scene frigate okay, then we go to character Karen. Mars Excelsior 1 Blam Blam Shablam, and that should make it function. If I go here and put in friendlies, bam bam bam. Okay, and they're firing at each other now. Oh, just destroyed it. Okay. Pulse. There's a real lack of sound effects at the moment, right? Didn't hear an explosion. Ugh. I didn't hear any weapons fire. Whatever. That sort of sound. I sort of consider sound effects and music and all of that to be polish. You do at the very end, you know? That's sort of how I feel about it. One thing I do want to do though, real quick, let's see if I can do this. Exploding equals true. Because I think they should explode. It would look a lot better, I think. Let's see what happens now. They're obviously super close to each other as well, which they shouldn't be. The fact they ram into each other isn't great. They're not exploding. If it's sort of... They don't explode. Never mind, I'm gonna... that is polish, I'm gonna worry about that later. But I wonder why they don't explode. Don't know. Let's concentrate on... I don't like the fact that you're ramming it into each other. Firstly, let's move you back so it makes a bit more sense. Secondly... Right, yes, I see that. Copy that. Paste. Copy. Paste. And then I think I'm going to make it this more just drastic. So I'm going to make this unique recursive. I'm going to save this as, save as, resources, movement states. I'm going to call this capital seek. I'm going to make sure this is unique again. And I'm going to do this. Oh, thanks, Stephanie. All right. Huh. I wonder why he's not firing. Huh. Seek. Oh, so those explosions are in the wrong place. The laser isn't cutting off. The laser doesn't look right. Okay, first problem, why isn't it firing? It was firing a minute ago. Let's increase this number right here. There's a number. That really should be like constant, I guess. Let's increase this number. Maybe more about code to help. Interesting. Isn't that interesting? That's super interesting. I guess I'll debug this now. Let me like sanity check. When it was super close, it was firing, right? This is relaxing? I don't know if it's going to be relaxing. Yeah. So it's firing when it's close. Let me just look at the... I want to make sure that you are capital ship. Capital. Have I misspelled capital ship? Have I misspelled capital ship? I don't think so. I should get another cup of coffee. The range seems crazy. The range situation. Oh, we can look at the range. Is it respecting range? Does it care about range? What did I want to look at? I can't remember what did I want to look at right now? Wait. Sorry. Distance squared. What's the square root of this number? Someone else likes programming while it's quiet. You mean in the morning? Yeah. Did you tell me what sort of project you're working on, Hex? I don't think you did. If you were working on a project. Are you working on a project? Whoa. What was I looking at? I was going to look at the production survival. Maybe you should team up with Stephanie. Bashing out code, improving my architecture. Bashing. 2, 7. I don't know why I'm doing this. 2, 7, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4. Just make sure. Square root. Yeah. Is 1,650. Interesting. 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 Okay. Okay. The square root of that number is that number. That's mildly useful. It makes me think that I should do this. But do we even respect range? Is range squared even something that gets used? Do we care about range squared? Distance to fire target is greater than range squared. Oh yeah, that's correct. Yeah, we return. Okay. So we do respect this. We do respect range. That's a thing that I respect. Oh my god, I won't be able to tell if it worked. I think this is the sort of range we're talking about, really. We should start firing. The problem is I can't measure between these 2 points. I wish I could, but this ruler is completely useless. Right? It's very difficult to tell if I'm measuring the correct sort of space in the world. It's good for 2D. Okay, it works now. It was a range issue. Ooh. It was a range issue, but look, my projectiles aren't even reaching them. So we're gonna increase the projectile lifespan. So if I go to data equipment, I look at greater pulse gun, increase my lifetime to 12 seconds. Do the same thing here, 12 seconds. I only have land and some models. There's probably a reason why I don't see explosions and things. Because I should see hit effects as well. I should see some sort of effect when they get hit. Oof. That's the hard part. Yeah, I'm pretty much the opposite. I find the coding really hard. Anyway, I'm not going to worry about that right now. The hit effects and the explosions, that's all polish that I can worry about later. What I needed to worry about right now is the missiles. The missiles have to come out and they have to probably, what they probably do is they shoot in this direction and then they target anything. So there could be multiple enemies and they go after any of them. That's what I want. That's why I passed through that. That target list. So if let's see. Special weapon. Missile. Max distance. I don't think we're respecting that, but we'll go to 5,000. Angle to target, we don't care about that. Refire rate, 10 seconds, fine. Blend shapes, blend particles, we don't have any of that. Okay, so I'm going to... Oh, we do have blend shapes. I do have blend shapes right now. I've got to think about that actually. I do actually have blend shapes. So you're going to be a missile this time. And how is this going to work? I think I should be able to just add a missile mount, right? That's a missile launcher on it, this missile mount, okay. I think that's what I'm going to do. My mount type is going to be interesting. It's a string. Missile. And standard projectile override. We don't care about that. And honestly, this can just be the one mount, right? You can get fancy like that. No, because I want them to target different things, right? Absolutely. So then you have 8 mounts. Well, hang on. I need to move this guy first. And we'll locally move him as well. Also, I need some coffee. And I keep on forgetting to actually get some more coffee. It might be easier if I open up the tubes. I can see a little bit better. Damn, this is awkward. I think it's gonna be easier actually if I delete these. Okay, I did it. Now we have a bunch of missile mounts. Someone send this man a coffee. Okay. Back. Right, Stephanie. Alright. Wrong headphones. There should be a function to do this. No, there shouldn't. This is what I need to do though. Right. Yeah. There's a lot. There should be a function. That is... That's a lot, right? There should be in a function or something, or... Yeah, because if I go to my... If I make a function... I could make a function and then just call it, right? That is so ugly. I can't, yeah. Function, I feel like this shouldn't even be on here, but oh. Oops. That was a big mistake. I'm glad I read that right there. I did a continue instead of a pass. That was a big mistake. I'm glad I read that little bit of line of code right there. That would have caused a huge bug, I can tell. I'd be so frustrated later on. So yeah, I can turn this into a function. I just think. Well, this is a bit of an issue. Oh, it's not actually. When is this used? Oh, I see what you're saying. I don't know how to... Well, I do know how to make this into a... function. It's kind of awkward. And I don't think I have the brain power right now to refactor this. But you could definitely make this into a function. But there's a lot of edge cases and weird things that I've added that are confusing me right now. So let's not do that. Because you've got this weird stuff here. Yeah. See, that's... If mount name equals mount data, mount name, if mount data... So it would be probably something like mount... dot, I can spell mount data, it'd be like apply data, apply, oh my god, my typing, data, and then you would hand mount data like that. Yes. 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 And then I would go hopefully do something like this. Function apply mount data. I think I've literally just misspelled that. Apply, okay, mount data, that's fine. Apply mount data, and then I'm going to give you a data dictionary. And you're going to return void. Maybe you shouldn't return void. Maybe you should return a boolean saying it was successful or not. That's the thing that I should get in the habit of doing, is we always return something. I feel like that's probably a good practice at some point. Oh, we can call it mount data. However, maybe a conflict with calling it mount data. We have data. Look. No, we don't. So I could call this mount data. And that would fix a lot of issues. And then we would remove well, hang on, some weirdness there. We would obviously remove, well no, not every instance of that word. We remove this instance of this word. Okay. This is the bit where it's a little bit like there's a few weird things that are gonna have to. Yeah, these two things are not kind. These are not going to be kind to work out. Hello, Marathon mate. Sad second. Are you feeling sad today? I think your game is going to be fine. I think it's more than fine. I think your game is going to be super successful. Of course it's going to be successful. Super successful. It's already really popular. It's not even out. I gotta get better at advertising as well. You're obviously really good at it. I think once you have a demo, that's when you start advertising a lot. Because I did obviously post on Reddit and stuff, but when my trailer came out, I don't think it was super successful. Oh wow, that's awesome. That's great. That's really good. Word of mouth. Ooh, word of mouth. So maybe parent body as overchargeability equals true. That does seem like a reasonable thing to do there. A non-NSW game. And then I can just do this, maybe. Okay. Should be fine. Should be fine. Yeah. Now, it keeps on coming up with this bloody error, which doesn't matter. Can you stop? Can you stop with that error? I understand it's disappeared. It doesn't matter. Okay, things still work. Nice. Side-scrolling competitive platformer. Excited to prototype. Do you like platformers then? I'm really bad at platformers. But I'm either bad at platformers because I don't like them, or I don't like them because I'm bad at platformers. I wonder what I was doing. See, I lose track of... I lose my flow state all the time when I'm streaming, right? My flow state. I've applied some mount data. And now I wished to apply some mount data to my missiles. You better not give me that error again, I will be pissed. If you give me that error again, I will be pissed. Missile data dictionary equals equipment data get weapon data weapon missile second key. Then we go child dot apply mount data missile data. Then I go child initialize weapon mount. Let's see if we get an error. I like them, sure, but there are so many and it's very saturated. Not a lot of new ideas. Are you gonna have to do 2D art? Invalid key manifestation. Yeah, why did I have that? That doesn't make any sense. The mount data's manifestation. Oh no, that would make sense. Okay, so I did that wrong. Oh yeah, I did that wrong. My mistake. It would be something like... It would be something like... equipment. No, ships. It would look like this. Right here. Which means the name would have to match. Does it? Maybe. I can sort... That's fine. So I want to give you a dictionary. Give you a dictionary. And in this dictionary, I want to give you this right here. I'll give you this. And then I'm going to give you this. Then I want to give you child. I think it would be best 2DR, but that might be a bit too time consuming, so I'll probably just take this 2.5D and do 3D and 2D. Yeah. Animations are insane in 2D. Absolute insanity. Add child to no value. Let's have a look. New projectile. Missile. Oh, projectile manager is null? Oh. Classic. Classic, classic, classic. Classic, classic, classic. Await get 3. Break timer, 1 second timer. Okay, nothing crashed. That's good. That's excellent. Let me remove these visual collision shapes real quick. Now, I'm initializing my weapon mount. And it wants to just fire all the time. Right? It doesn't have like a firing sort of... Which makes me worry about this number... Well, it will just error and it will say there isn't a missile available in the pool, right? But maybe I'm just going to increase this number. Where does that number exist? Oh, it exists here, I think. Sorry. Increase that number to 3. Okay. So my special weapon mount will want to, it's just going to want to fire the weapon all the time. Yeah, it will just want to fire the weapon all the time. So we'll go here, then we're going to firing true. It's going to play something if it has an audio player, which it currently does not. And my idea, I think, Yeah, I'm just not familiar enough with 2D to feel confident knocking out all that stuff in 2D project. It all depends on how the prototype is received though. Yeah. Funding. Very cool. I was thinking about that, like maybe it's worth actually messaging publishers. With like a pitch or something. Is that something that people do? Mm-hmm. Maybe I should do that. Hello, Blicker. It's been a while, mate. Sometimes I look at your Twitter and you like drawing and things, which I find a lot of fun. Last time I talked to you, you were making a drawing program in Godot or something, right? I think so. And hello, Philodric as well. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, you're doing compute shaders, yeah. Mate. That's something else I need to learn. Compute shaders. I need to learn C#. I need to learn compute shaders, and I need to learn multi-threading. Quite desperately, actually. I should really concentrate on it at some point. It's really impressive, actually. Well, whenever I've tried to multi-thread, the difficulty is like it's also what's multi-thread. You can only multi-thread like values, right? You can't do any physics stuff. There's a lot of like they can't interact with each other. If you try to multi-thread a whole node, it can't like talk to each other and stuff. It's you have to call defer everything, right? You can't like you don't even want to. You just want to do a calculation. You just want to multi-thread a calculation and set a variable, I think. You don't even want to do any sort of like, you don't want to call a function, you don't want to do easiest first step I would say is adding a loading asset separate thread at game entry. Interesting. That's an interesting idea. I may have listened to a video on a treadmill for 10 minutes. Yeah, sorry about that. Ugh. So I'm firing the weapon. Special weapon fire. Missile launchers. Mounts. Weapon array of weapon mounts. Missile launcher mounts and child. Or mount weapon mounts in missile launcher mounts. Mounts fire weapons. Valid targets. I also do separate thread to receive and manage network messages. That's quite a good use case. Game saving, like quick save, etc. is good use case. The problem is, like, all of these, well, I don't know about network messages. I've never done something like that. But like saving and loading is like instant. So it's difficult to... But getting used, doing it anyway, yeah. Doing it anyway, even if it is instant, you know, it's probably a good idea. Just to get used to it. What sort of game are you working on, Philadric? Are you a Godot person, or maybe you're not? Screenshot generation. Oh, interesting. This is an array. And so you are going to go here. You're going to pass through this. You want to go here, so you've got valid targets. Okay, hang on. So actually, you don't want that. You want vector 0, then you want 0, then you want to do this. So you want vector 3.0, then you want 0, 0, then you want valid targets, targets index. Then you want targets index plus equals 1 if target's index dot is greater than valid targets dot size minus 1 targets index equals 0. Okay. Should just work, right? I actually don't see any reason why it shouldn't just work. Go on. Go on, fire the weapons. Go on, you can do it. No? No. I must have done something wrong. Are we attempting to fire the weapon? Hang on. How am I gonna test and make sure you are... Oh, I know. Print. Fire. Gaia. Fine. And then go to temporarily. Go here. Go here. Turn this off. And we won't get any conflicting information. I'm doing... Oh, we had a Gaia. We had Gaia. And we had Gaia again. Excellent. Senior lead web dev. Ooh, very fancy. POC of 3D plus 2D. An MMORPG, oh my god. That's also why I like Godot. The signals concept is very similar to JS events. See, I don't use signals, which is interesting, right? I almost never use them. Anyway, this works, so... Firing, special weapon type. And now let's prove that we are here. Missile, fire. Should just prove that we're in here. Oh, I'm on the wrong mission. Okay, so that means that I didn't show up, which means that print missile launcher mounts. Ooh, which means that that's empty. Well, I do create a timer. So hang on, let's wait for the second one. Okay, so that's empty, which means that Which means that I'm mildly confused. Ooh, that never happens. Why does that never happen? If missile does not equal this. Yeah. I like them from UI and things like that, but they're just so unreliable. Okay, so that comes through. That comes through. Now I've obviously done something wrong somewhere. Okay. Oh, oh, I got it. Hang on. Okay, hang on. I got it. Exports, ship, initialize, override, false, boolean equals false. Get rid of that now. Well, let me prove that theory real quick. That they're getting deleted. Oh, it's the opposite of whatever I was doing right there. Wait, what? Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay, we got somewhere. That's a really confusing boolean, isn't it? That's a super confusing boolean that I added there because this word right here is not helpful at all. Let's go back. If that was confusing me, then we should change that. Okay, there we go. Hello, Hilden. How you doing, mate? Did you survive your thunderstorms? Oh, and what was the error I got? Out of bounds, get index 0 on base array. Oh, interesting. Well, if valid targets dot size is less than 1, but why didn't you have any targets? Well, let's just see. It might have been too early for it to get a target. Oh my god, it's working! It's firing missiles. However, they're just sort of going down and they're not going anywhere in particular. Okay. Cool. Fine. Good. Let me remove some of these prints. Didn't I have a print here or something as well? There we go. Right. So we fired our weapons. Gave them a fire a projectile. Okay. Okay. Make sure that went through. It did. It did go through. Let's have a look and see if we can find the missile in question. Oh, you can click on stuff. Right? It is possible to click on things. Maybe not. I can't remember how to do it. Maybe not. Oh, it's because it's paused. Oops. Go on, fire again. Okay, I don't know how this works. I just do it the normal way. Crap. Target equals null. Well, you're not visible, are you? To be fair. Here we go. Targeting group. Target. Specific weapon type. Oh, okay. So you're not even a missile. How am I even going to find a missile here? Unless you think there's a mistake there. This is so laggy trying to look through the remote. Just look at that real quick. That's correct. Okay. So you had everything. You didn't do it. Let's see. Let's see. Do you think it's secretly... I think it is working. I think everything's working. It's just... I think it's working. Let's go to projectile. This is gonna spam me, but I just want to make sure that you have target. No, you don't. Okay, hang on. Okay. 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 So we're getting somewhere. So somehow type to give was not given to me. So let's sync. But we gave it here, right? So it was definitely given to you. It was definitely given to you. No, it would have said, it would give me an error if it got here. That's unfortunate. Hang on. Because I'm not going to be able to tell. Hang on. Special weapon. If. Oh, there it is right there. Just use this. Looks like it's working. Then but then it wasn't happening. Yeah. Ugh. Just sanity check. This, because it doesn't make sense, right? Okay. So I've passed through at every check up to here. Doesn't work for some reason. Okay. How's that possible? If it was null, we were getting this error. It's not null. I'm annoyed because this should be a trivial problem. This shouldn't even be a problem right now. I guess something is nullifying it. Target. Let's see. So activate projectile. If weapon equals gun or turret. If target is null, distance. If target is plus player body, process mine, not relevant. Process countermeasure, target missile, move with wave of target, move with tracking. Move with tracking target direction. Here we go. Ooh. Ooh. Yes. Yes. Okay. I think I have an idea about what might be happening. Let's find out. Tracking range. 40 million. 40 million tracking range. One is 5,000 times 5,000. 25 million. Can't copy that. 25 million. I allowed to do that? No. 25 million. Oh my god, it's working. And they've run out of time. They don't get there. Okay, I gotta turn that up, haven't I? I see. It takes them a long time to get there. 30 seconds or something. See that? I will increase your speed as well, I think. Right? Maybe I should make this a special missile. Yeah, well, actually, you know what? Go back. Because this is obviously a special missile. Yeah. So let's go Ares missile number 6. 6 tier. I'm going to leave it tier 5 just in case something weird happens. The UID can stay the same. Although I guess I can change it, right? I can 6 fire rate. That can be like 5 seconds now. Ammo can be unlimited. Acceleration, let's increase that. Let's increase speed. Let's increase hull damage for sure. Shield damage for sure. Exploding is true. The min tracking range can stay the same. The tracking range squared is 25 million. 2, 2, 3. 25 million. Tracking value, the rate wave frequency. Maybe reduce that down. Right? 12. A little bit more frequency. A little bit more height. That probably make me happy. And then I was going to do lifetime limit to 30 seconds. It's got a long way to travel. Let's try again. Oh, interesting. It's not working anymore. Oh, because I didn't give you the missile. Right. Did not give you the missile. Also, let's like slow down the fire rate. Definitely. There we go. Nice. Excellent. I wish they would come out like all at once. That was my dream. That they would actually salvo. I wonder why they're not doing that. I don't know why they're not doing that. Anyway, that's fine. I'm happy. Messing around with the rest is like polished stuff, right? There's a lot of polished stuff I could do there, but that's the fundamental. It now works. Bam, bam, bam. I can tick that off. Let me remove the prints here. And here. And yeah, I think that's a good amount of work today. 3 hours work on my game every day. I think that's nice. Is there anyone I want to raid? This guy always raids me and I appreciate it, so I'm going to raid him back. Right? This raid mercenary page. Yeah, I appreciate everyone watching this morning, and thank you everyone for hanging out. Stephanie and Maria, Stephanie and Maria, and Multibit and Hogarth and Fieldrick and Bullica and Ameripon and Binary Hex and Moster and Bimlab. Appreciate all of you, and I will see you anon. Did it go through?